No, come on now. You didn't think there was only one form of intellect, did you? Are you the type of person who subscribes to the idea of one singular form of intellect? If so, I'm here to burst your conceptual bubble and show you how lifting weights will actually make you smarter. Firstly, as I alluded to at the start there exists several substrata of intelligence beyond cognitive functions such as calculus, linguistics, and any other kind of general problem-solving skills. There exists a phenomenon known as emotional intelligence. This is a term that not many of you will be familiar with, and I'm not surprised because Western culture, Western education does not directly attempt to develop this kind of intellect. Simply, emotional intelligence is the ability to self-regulate. As the name suggests, it understands that emotions and feelings play a substantial role in how we interpret and navigate through the world and experience it. When you call someone clever, you normally attribute that word to the presence of some secular or foreign field of knowledge which you have no familiarity with, such as quantum physics or string theory. So why is emotional intelligence important? Well, I guess the best way to explain to you why it's so important is demonstrated in the question I would ask the cleverest watchers among you. If you're so clever, why aren't you happy? Like any other form of intelligence, emotional intelligence can be exercised, it can be built upon, it can be developed. As you sit there now, watching me, listening to these words, allow yourself to be entertained by the following idea. If intellectual intelligence or cognition is predicated on our ability to think, so we would naturally develop this intellect through thinking exercises, problem solvings, equations, things of this nature. Consequently, would that knowledge not instinctively suggest that if one wanted to develop emotional intelligence, we would exercise activities that would help us feel? We use our heads to think and we use our bodies to feel. In this very obvious sense, lifting weights offers far more value than just the physical. Even those among you that have developed a consistent exercise habit can attest to the experience I'm describing in terms of your ability to self-regulate. We talk about concepts such as discipline, how you develop your weaknesses, when to challenge yourself and when to allow for more rest and recovery. Needless to say, there exists an abundance of skills that can be acquired beyond the surface level vanity that most people see, and that is still predicated on your ability to feel through the workout and the exercises. The skill is the awareness of receiving that constant feedback from your senses and emotions about the challenge in front of you. It's not about the weightlifting per se, it's more the feeling and the sensation that gives you that feedback when you're under duress and how to manage stressful activities. And this is how weightlifting translates into intelligent skills in your psyche and character. When you take the most surface level understanding of how life is a consistent journey of challenge in various forms, be it financial, social, whatever you want to call it, weightlifting delivers and develops the skills necessary, the emotional intelligence necessary to solve the challenges in the most appropriate way depending on where you want to move in this world. Don't tell me you've never been emotionally compromised and said something out of anger or upset or sadness that has ultimately not served your best interests. What if you were able to be calm, calculated, observe how the flow of emotions within yourself affects your inner state, affects your decisions, and also affects other people in your environment? What if you were always able to make the best choices for yourself, regardless of your feelings? It almost sounds like a superpower. The ability to have the freedom of choice in any given stressful situation. Do you know how you develop that skill, that intelligence? It can be achieved under the weight of a barbell. And if you are the type of individual who has experienced the character building benefits of not just weightlifting, but exercise, please subscribe and together we can build an otherworldly emotional intellect. And I'll see you again.